This is Jews 23. I am not perfect and I am human and I make mistakes. This is my sincere attempt to summarize the 23rd Jews of the Quran in a calm and gentle story format that is easy to listen to and easy to understand. I ask for patience and grace. The story continues by drawing the heart toward sincerity, accountability, and the quiet certainty that truth will always stand, even when it is ignored or resisted. At this stage of the journey, the message feels steady and grounding. It reminds people that life has direction, that actions carry meaning, and that God's justice and mercy move together with perfect balance. The story opens by reminding humanity that messengers were sent as bearers of good news and as warners. Their purpose was not to control people or force belief, but to awaken hearts and guide them toward what gives life meaning. Some people listened and were guided, others turned away, not because the message was unclear, but because accepting it required humility and change. God speaks about the human tendency to delay truth. Many people assume there will always be time to turn back. They become distracted by comfort, routine, or desire. God gently reminds them that life is fragile and time is not guaranteed. The awareness now is a gift, delay is a risk. The narrative turns toward creation once again. God invites people to reflect on the sky, the earth, and the balance within them. Everything moves with order. Nothing is chaotic or without purpose. This balance is assigned for those who reflect, reminding them that their own lives are also meant to be lived with balance and intention. The story speaks about the arrogance of denial. Some people reject truth openly and mock it. Others hide denial behind excuses or false reasoning. God explains that denial does not harm him. It harms the one who chooses it. Hearts that repeatedly turn away slowly lose sensitivity, not as punishment but as consequence. The narrative addresses the day of return with calm clarity. On that day, truth will be clear, false hopes will disappear. People will stand with what they earned. No one will be treated unfairly, justice will be complete, and mercy will surround those who lived with sincerity. God reassures that he does not burden any soul beyond its capacity. Expectations are fair, guidance is clear, people are accountable only for what they were able to understand and do. This reminder brings both responsibility and comfort. The story then speaks about patience. Patience is described as strength that allows a person to remain upright even when truth is rejected or misunderstood. Those who remain patient do not lose hope or become bitter. They trust that outcomes unfold with wisdom. The narrative reflects on earlier nations. Some were strong and prosperous, yet they ignored reminders and became unjust. When consequences arrived, regret followed. These stories are reminders, not threats. They show that injustice, no matter how powerful it appears, does not last. God speaks about mercy again. Even when people reject truth, God continues to give opportunities. Warnings are sent not to frighten but to protect. God prefers return over punishment, correction over loss. The story turns toward the character of believers. They are described as people who remain humble, who speak truthfully, who act with integrity, and who remember God often. They are not perfect, but they are aware. When they make mistakes, they return sincerely. God reminds people of the power of remembrance. Hearts that remember God remain calm during hardship and balanced during ease. Forgetfulness leads to restlessness. Even when life appears full, the narrative speaks about false leadership and blind following. Some people follow others without thought, surrendering their responsibility to choose truth. God reminds them that on the day of return, no leader will carry another's burden. Each person must answer for their own choices. The story addresses fear and reassurance. Fear of loss, fear of change, and fear of truth often keep people from growth. God reassures that trust in him brings security the fear cannot offer. Those who rely on him are never truly alone. The Jew speaks about gratitude once more. Gratitude is shown as awareness of God in both ease and hardship. Those who are grateful grow steady. Those who deny blessings grow anxious and dissatisfied. The narrative speaks about the temporary nature of the world. What seems important now will one day feel distant. What remains is what was done with sincerity, kindness, and awareness of God. God addresses those who mock faith. Mockery does not weaken truth, it reveals inner emptiness. Truth stands firm without needing defense. The story gently warns against arrogance of knowledge. Knowing facts without humility leads to pride. Knowledge paired with sincerity leads to wisdom. God encourages people to seek truth with openness, not ego.